This must be by far the most effective and efficient way to make passive income in 2025. Let me explain. If you're someone who's still relying on daily trading or holding cryptocurrency, there is a problem. It's time to rethink. The problem with holding crypto is that you rely 100% of the market direction, meaning that if the cryptocurrency you're holding doesn't go up in value, therefore you are not making any profits. And the sad reality is that 90 to 95% of cryptocurrencies out there don't go up in value over the long term. On the other hand, if you have a trading bot working on your behalf, it can profit you in any market condition, when the market moves sideways, when it goes up, when it goes down, as I will share with you in just a minute. Here's the thing, you need to have the right bot and the optimum setup. And in this video, I help one of our members set up a trading bot that makes an average of 2% a day or a 60% return. In fact, it's the same bot that you can see right now on the screen, and so far has made a 16% return or $800 in cash flow with an average daily return of 2.22% every single day. Now, if I click on bot actions and I see bot details, we can see that it has taken so far 1,229 trades. But let's forget about that for a second. What I really love about this is that the price, as you can see, has not gone up in value. In fact, it has gone down. From the moment that I set up the bot, which is somewhere around here, all the way down to the lowest point, it dropped 21%. And now we saw a little bit of an uptrend, but it's pretty much the same price from the moment that I set up the bot. And this is a better and more profitable way to start investing in 2025. So that being said, guys, let me show you how you can do the same. All right, Joseph, so let's get started.
Do you have any particular coins, any coins that are performing well for yourself and you think that they might perform well in the near future as well?
Yes, I do have a couple of coins. One of them could be it's 0x0. I have that bot running for a few months already and it has been performing really great. It's definitely a coin you have to consider, but right now the timing is not the best because it went up a lot. It went up like 10% in the last day. Another one that is pretty solid is insanely good, but it's a little bit risky. It's making about 2.33% daily. Its market cap is very low. It's called Zeta with X and its market cap is only 10 million. Trading time close to a year. So we could set up that one if you're okay with risk and high profit. Yes. It still has been trading sideways for like a few months already, so that is a good thing about it. One thing you have to do, and this is, you know, the beautiful thing about being in a community, is that you have to learn about the mistakes that people have made or I have made, for example. So with this pair on a specific, so what happens with low market caps is they tend to get unlisted. They're listed from the exchange, and that can be a problem. So when you're trading a high risk pair like Zeta or Sana, whatever, however you prefer to call it, it will make you an insane return, minimum 1% daily. Like they will be super profitable. The downside is that you have to check this list every week and make sure that the coin that you have running is not listed here, because if it is, then you have to shut down the bot right away. Let's go back to Bitscup.
Start new bot, create bot.
Yeah, that's the one, and let's set it up with $600. The settings we are going to be looking at, we're going to be using a 48% grid range, following the smart launch. Remember, the smart launch is 2 or 3 red lines above market price, and then using the price range, draw all the way down until you get a 48%. So move this high price all the way down somewhere around here. You want to see anywhere between 2 and 3 red lines. That's good. And then click here on the toolbox. There is a small arrow, right? Price range. And now click on it. And yeah, from here all the way down until we hit a 48%. There you go. Now just make sure you readjust. So now move the low price all the way down here. Nice. Now the grid levels we are going to be using, it's going to be 50. So let's change this to 50. And that's about it. So now if you scroll down here, make sure trailing up and down is activated. We always use those features. Now, how I find this coin, how I found it initially was following the systematic approach we have on the trading view. Go to trading view, crypto per screener here. Yep. Move this up. Yes. Okay. So yeah, that's the one. But click on filters, BitGet below. Yeah, that's good. That's how you find these coins. Literally all of the coins that I find that are making me a great percentage every day, I find them following this system. So super useful. Now let's go back to Bitscap and let's set it up. So let's wrap that up. You can click on continue and set up the bot. Yep, let's go ahead and click on start and we should be all set. Nice. Let's move on. Now let's go back to trading view and let's find another coin. This one looks more interesting, or this one also looks quite interesting, or this one. You will find some pairs there. Let's see if we can find here one really quick. FTM. So for example, there is this one that has a great market cap. It has 100 million of market cap and it's also performing pretty solid. So based on the CB Gridback tester, we're getting about, consistently a 0.40% roughly a day. So it depends on how we optimize it. Yeah, there we go. 0.40% a day with this one, but it has a great market cap. So once we find the coin, for instance, this one, come here, I go to the market cap and I just make sure that the foundation is there. We're looking at market cap, 843 million, which is amazing. Supply 1.68 billion. Trading time hasn't been for too long, but the market cap is something that can compensate for trading time. Once we have done that, we need to start identifying the grid ranges, and I'll show you how to do that. Trading view. Let's go to the name of the coins in BitGet. Yep, that one. Let's identify the grid range. So easiest way to identify grid range, support and resistance. So in the 6 hour time frame, let's go to the 6 hour. You can just create there we go. What we're gonna do is we're gonna identify support and resistance and then just throw a grid range. So for example, this is a support, this is a resistance, and then this is another resistance. So let's go ahead and identify those first. Now, what we're gonna do, once we have done that, we are gonna click on the price range and we're just gonna start identifying grid ranges. So we're gonna draw from here to here. That's gonna be the first one. And the second one is gonna be from here to here. So we're just gonna have an idea and a feeling of how much this cryptocurrency is moving. That looks better, 34%. I think that one is gonna be, just by looking at it. Yeah, and that one is gonna be, let's see, 42%. Sweet. So we can pick one of these two, either 35% or 42%, something in the middle. And what we're gonna do, if we find 35% grid range, we're gonna do some back testing with it, following the smart launch, optimize the grid levels, and if it performs great, we set it up. If it doesn't perform too good, then we test it with other grid range and we keep optimizing for the grid levels. That is why this CB grid backtester is super handy. We are going to use these grid ranges. So let's backtest it from here, do a 35% grid range, and let's figure out how much profit we would have. So 35%. Now let's turn on the indicator. So click there, double click here on the grid range. Yep. Now the last thing we have to do is define the high price and the low price. If we double click here on the tool, we can copy those settings. So yeah, okay, 3.9 and then 2.5, and we're gonna click OK. And we're gonna let it do its magic. We still have one more thing to do. Double click on the indicator. Forgot to mention that. Make sure that, scroll down, trailing up is activated. And there we go, click OK. And now we should have the accurate data. All right, so do you notice something that it doesn't feel right on this backtesting? Maybe something on the price action.
I'm not quite sure.
So problem on this setting specifically is that the grid range we have, 35%, is not allowing you to make enough buy and sell orders. It's not covering enough price action. We want to make sure that the bot is being able to cover all of the price action. So with a 35%, we have that issue, meaning that we need to increase it slightly and use the other one, which was a 42%. But additionally, we're gonna also turn on trailing down, because that is the thing. And that is why this backtester is super, super useful, because it allows you to see the overall picture. Is what we have to do. You can click here and just throw it a little bit low. Just throw it down. Yep. More. There we go. That's perfect. That's actually perfect. That is 43%, which is close enough. So you can see that with the 43% is within the range, and it's actually triggering buy and sell orders. So all right, so what we're gonna do now, we need to start optimizing the amount of grid levels. So if you double click on the indicator, we're gonna be paying attention to this average daily profit. We want to make it as high as possible. And the way we're gonna do that is by following the systematic approach. So right now we have 20 grid levels, which is a 2.88% grid step percentage. Pretty high and very risky. So we're gonna start testing 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and 70. And we're gonna start comparing which one is earning us the highest average daily profit. So let's go ahead and do that. So change that to 30, from 0.24 to 0.32%. Let's go ahead and do it with 40. Keep it on your mind, but oh my God, there we go. We're getting somewhere. 0.51. Interesting, 0.27. It dropped. Best one was 50. Okay, but we can take it one step ahead, which is backtesting the winner grid levels. So what we can do is we can just simply start increasing to 52, 54, 56, 58. Maybe it is giving us a higher percentage, maybe not. We need to go over the 0.50%. All right, let's keep going. 0.41, 0.38, no. 57, no. 58, no. So it looks like 50 will be the winner. So let's go ahead and do it with 50. Beautiful. All right, so what we're gonna do now, once we have identified grid range, go through the confirmations, optimize the amount of grid levels, we just have to set it up, which is the easiest part. This is pretty much the heavy work. Setting up the bot is literally copy and pasting. Let's go back to Bitscup. Let's find the coin. So it's ENAGIN. Manual adjustment. And let's use the winner settings. Trailing down needs to be activated, right? And also make sure that before you set up the bot, you measure from here all the way down until we get a 43%. That is the first step. So let's click on the, not from there, following the smart launch, remember. So three lines from there. 3 lines above market price, always. From there, all the way down until we hit 43%. So readjust accordingly. Nice, that looks good. And readjust accordingly. So move the high price lower. Nice. Scroll up. Do we have the right amount of grid levels? Yes, we do. Beautiful. You can click on continue and start the bot.
So we don't need to adjust the grid step percentage or level up levels. We don't have to train. Stop loss stays the same, or do I need to activate it as well?
Yeah, that's right. We don't change the grid step percentage. We only modify the grid levels, right?
Mm-hmm. And stop loss can stay like it is, right? We don't have to...
Trailing down, we leave it as it is as a default. Yep, continue and start the bot. Awesome. All right, you're all set. Anyway, Joseph, that's how you do it. Keep me updated on how the bots perform.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Emilio. Have a great day. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, you too. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right, guys, so I hope that was valuable, which is the most important thing at the end of the day. If you have any questions whatsoever, just comment down below. I'll do my best to reply as soon as possible.
But if you made it this far, it means that you have some crypto holding and you don't want to rely anymore on the price of a cryptocurrency going up in value. Maybe you have been holding for a few years and your portfolio looks the same, if not worse. If that is the case and you want me and my team help implement the exact same system that we do with over 200 members, then there is going to be a link down below. Just apply for CVA and we will help you literally implement the exact same system. We're going to help you find a cryptocurrency, go through the confirmations, and set up the bot. That being said, guys, thank you for watching and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.